Alrighty, guys, we're back to round number 2 here at the ARG State Championship presented by Pro Play Games. And we have a pretty big treat for you guys here today. I'm not going to lie. We got SS3 Namekians, the Namekian God, Green Dad Deck, Justin Rodriguez himself playing SS3 Namekians. He just changed his leader and he's still playing the same deck. That's wild to me. But across the side is across the other side of the table, we got George. I'm not even going to try the last name. We're going to say George M. Playing SS3 Goku's Lineage. Now bear with me, guys, because I have not to this day read a Goku's Lineage card that is not Bardock the Progenitor, which George actually sees turn 1, which is probably the best thing that he can see in the whole entire deck. But that's a turn 1 awaken for George over there, so that's exactly what he wants to see. That's exactly what you want to be doing in any type of deck, whether it be Goku's Lineage or not. But you can imagine you have more options now. I think I played Goku's Lineage actually once, and I played it once against in draft actually, because it was like the only color nobody wanted to go. Like, we were drafting, I see a bunch of yellow cards, I read some Goku Lineage cards, I'm like, this doesn't seem too bad. So I drafted a Goku's Lineage deck, and obviously, of course, right, I see the mainstay rares, I see the Discovery, Sun Gohan. I think there's like another one that I see. I think I see a Successor of Hope too, which was insane. It's like, wow, this is insane. This is so good. Like this, like I drafted the best Goku's Lineage deck I've ever seen. I think I actually saw an Abrupt Sun Goku too. Like, it was just really, 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 really good. And so, from what little I know, because I don't know the very good card, I haven't read the super rare. I just know that it has like Deflect and all that stuff. But it's very powerful because you pretty much it abuses the whole mechanic of like, okay, I'm going to go and spend less energy than I would on a card, right? And then you essentially get a payoff from it. So Bardock, for example, right, you pay 1 yellow to cast it, and then it has swap for free. Some swap will actually be like, oh, you have to pay 1 for the swap, or you have to pay 2 energy for the swap. This one, swaps are free though, the Bardock the Progenitor. And he lets you cast swap itself out, right, into a 2-drop Goku's Lineage card. So really cool. It's just a really cool concept for the most part. It's really interesting to see this deck, because it does have that like mechanic that we haven't really talked too much about, and it's actually not that bad. So obviously, playing the SS3 leader, this is the only drawback to the game right now. SS3 leader, SS3 leader, SS3 leader, you can't play anything but that, because you feel like you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. Now, Justin did very well with a Piccolo leader with the Namekian deck, so he would know. Now, at a much bigger tournament where the stakes are much higher, actually decided to go with the Son Goku leader now. So you kind of see that influence where, like, if your deck is good without the SS3 leader, it's so much better with the SS3 leader now. I believe all the PPG players are in attendance today except for Chris Abella, which is the floor judge. Justin Rios is out. He is competing for our Magic team. Our Pro Magic team, and he's actually playing at the Pro Tour, I believe. I think it's the Pro Tour this weekend and the GP next weekend. Or the GP this weekend and the Pro Tour next weekend. It's one way or another. But they flew him out. He took his flight last night, actually. He was like really sad that he wasn't able to make it. But, yeah, he's not in attendance. Marcel, Eddie didn't make the drive down too. So you got Marcel, Eddie, Justin, and Abella not playing. And we have Justin Rodriguez here. Yes, he's wearing PPG, but no, he's not on the official team. But he is a very avid player and very avid fan of Pro Play Games. So we love our regulars, especially the ones that openly rep our brand and are very proud to. So shout out to Justin. He's a very good role model. He's a very good player. Very, very innovative. Somebody who comes out here with some pretty interesting stuff. of course, Namekians here. He's already proven some success. He beat some pretty high-name players. He was able to top 8 last week, our tournament, which we had like 20, 30 people. Lost to Shoe Control in top 8. So he was only making the top 8. You can actually check out his profile on our YouTube channel, Pro Play Games. And he has a pretty interesting list. I'm not going to lie. They're very interesting cards the Namekians are. A lot of people just saw it and it's like, oh, Bond Namekian? Ugh, terrible. You know, I'm not going to lie. I was one of those people. And then Goku's Lineage, same thing. They're like, Goku's Lineage, you have to like swap into this and pay energy. Not worth looking into. You know, and it's just like, sometimes those are the decks that you see in Swiss and then they just take you, you know, blindsidedly. And both of these guys are 1-0. So... not to be slept on. They both won their first round, and we have a very good very good competition here at PVG. So, of course, you're not going to go and come in here with a casual deck and try to do well. You need to make sure that your deck is trained for, you know, very extreme conditions, if you can say. And you know, Justin's tested his deck, and I have no doubt that he feels like it is a right call for today's event, especially in a meta that is not filled with any more aggro, which is probably the most enlightening thing that you can say now, that you don't have to tailor your deck to beat a turn 2 kill. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah, we can definitely get some Katani on stream. I think this stream wouldn't be a stream without Katani on it, but from what I know with Peter, actually, he is one to deny feature matches until Top Cut. So I'm sure we'll find him somewhere in the Top Cut. I would be very surprised if he does not. But the time will come, 100%. That stream wouldn't be a stream without some Katani on it. So we'll see how he does through Swiss. And for now, we have some pretty interesting decks in the field today, I'm not going to lie. And I love to see it, because even though you see the same leader on every single table, everybody's got their own take on it, right? So that's really what you want to be seeing. So not the worst, not the best, but I think the game is a very good point right now. Very, very good. And especially from like all the negativity and stuff, like when the spoilers were being made, a lot of players like, I'm quitting, man, Dragon Ball power creep, man, so bad. And it's just like, it's not that bad. You know, you got to give it a chance. You got to let the format develop itself. You got to have all these very professional minds start, you know, putting their fingers in the honeypot and start, you know, molding it into something beautiful. And I feel like this format has molded into something pretty interesting, honestly. And it's only getting slower and slower, which is really, it's not what people expected, to be honest. It's not what people expected at all. People expected all these turn 2 decks, everybody killing themselves by turn 1, 2, and blah, 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 blah. But Ultimate Box is going to be huge. Ultimate Box is going to be huge, guys. Like, if you think this format is stale by any means whatsoever, wait until you get Ultimate Box. Because if you're playing SS3, guess what? Have fun with my Mass Saiyan. That's going to be eating your energy. He's very, very hungry, and he's coming for that energy. I promise you that. Yeah, Justin actually played a boost attack Piccolo on the board. I don't know how, but did he play it off Planet Namek or something? Let me check. Boost attack Piccolo is. It is a Namekian. And does Planet Namek get green Namekians, or does it just get any Namekian? One Namekian with energy cost 2 or less. Wow! So you can get boost attack Piccolo with Planet Namek. That is so overpowered. Jesus. Justin might be onto something again. Holy cow, this man does not stop innovating. Jeez. That's great. That is great. Man, shout out to Justin, man. He sees the dream and he does not give up. Yeah, I just learned something too. We all learned something together. I feel like this is very special. But great call. Fantastic. I love it. Shout out to Justin. Always doing it. Somehow or another. We'll see if he can actually make it here with SS3 with a very, very unique Namekian deck. Now, I was actually playing some Namekians in my deck. I will be 100% honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was playing some Namekians not too... about a few days ago, we were playing the green-blue version of the SS3 deck, like a SS3 control, like green-blue to like kind of counteract, you know, the blue deck by playing like a lot of barrier dudes and stuff like that. And it was playing Nail. Nail was good, and it was playing the Kami's Power Piccolo, and I would be surprised if Justin's not playing those cards today. But it seems like he would, because Nail is very powerful, 15k attacker that draws you a card every single time. And then it's also, I mean, it applies pressure, so your opponent has to throw a card to defend it, and then you're drawing a card on the attack. So it's just really, really good. And then Kami's Power Piccolo, of course, no introduction needed. That card's just very, very, very good. So let's see what George is cooking up here. He's cooking up something spicy. He's got a big hand. He's got a bunch of good yellow cards. I mean, of course, he's in yellow, so he has access to like boost. He's got access to Flying Nimbus. He's got access to Planet Vegeta. He has some pretty good tools at his disposal. I'm not gonna lie. So it might be a pretty hard time for Justin, even though Justin does seem like he has like significant board control here. And George might be ready to drop that secret rare on him, and I have not read that secret rare fully, so I would be caught by surprise. I'd be picking that card up and reading it if I was in the match. And if you're picking up that card and reading it in the middle of a match, then you know something bad's gonna happen. Some real bad's gonna happen. So we'll see as Justin picks up every single one of George's cards here, which I would do too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see exactly how Justin takes his approach to defend himself against this deck. He's actually at 3 here, so let's change that. He's gonna go ahead and negate. Let's see what Justin has up his sleeve now. I can imagine Kami's Power Piccolo would be really good here, but before I say anything, let's read this Goku's Lineage guy that's on the board. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, I believe. Let's see if it's actually on here. There we go. SSB Son Goku at the Apex. Now, he does not have barrier, so Kami's Power Piccolo would be pretty good here, but we do have a Namekian Nail Ace. Nail the Ace Namekian. Very good card. It's going to let Justin actually dig into his deck and find that Kami's Power Piccolo. If he's not playing it, which I'd be surprised. I'm not going to lie. I'd be surprised if he's not playing Kami's Power Piccolo, but now SSB Son Goku at the Apex has a swap 8, so it can bring out an 8 drop for 4 energy. So that's pretty scary already. We're going to take a look at what 8 drops he can actually bring out. But now, once per turn, you can choose one card from your life, add it to your hand, switch this card to active mode, and if you have 2 or less life, this card gains triple strike. Ugh, that's deadly. Now, I'm fairly certain George has 4 life, but we'll see. Ooh, King Piccolo down. King Piccolo down for Justin, and we're going to be doing a lot of reading today, boys and girls. King Piccolo has a pretty unique ability last time I remember reading him, but just to get it exactly on point here. Let's pull them up. King Piccolo, Lord of Terror. This card has double strike, permanent bond 3 for Namekians. So he must have 3 Namekians on board, which he exactly has. He has 4 now, or 5 actually. Reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So it's a 3-drop, and when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less and KO it. So he's going to go ahead and KO a card on George's board. And he's going to go after the SSB Goku with his King Piccolo. King Piccolo is also a 25k, so that's pretty strong, guys. A 25k 3 energy card. Guys, this might be the deck. This might be a deck that can actually like face mono blues successfully, because it's got some pretty big threats here. This King Piccolo is very good. The Nail's very good. The Kami's very good. The Sionel, which I think is a 3-drop, seems very good too. Like, there's 2 Sionels, I think. Is there 2 Sionels? I feel like there is. That might be the other one, actually. He might not be Sionel. Alright, so we're gonna see here what George does. He's gonna defend. He's gonna defend his SSB Goku, which is interesting, but not at the same time, because that just tells you that George really wants to keep that alive, because he's gonna have a big play coming in next turn. And if we look back at SSB Vegito, we know that he actually swaps in for an 8-drop. So, and he's a 25k. So that just tells us that he has access to the Height of Mastery Son Goku, or a distant descendant Son Goku Jr. So George might have one of those 2 lines of play in his hand, because he really wants that Goku to live. And if he does, Justin might be in for a very, very bad time, because both of those Gokus have triple strike, and Justin's at 3. So yeah, it might be an issue. Might be a very big issue. Yeah, George didn't choose to KO a card, which, yeah, definitely, I think that was a mistake. I think he could have used his SMP Vegito to take a life, go down to 3, and kill one of Justin's super combo Piccolo, but he chose not to. I'm sure he wants to keep his life up for some reason, but Chaotic Cypher, yeah, SS3 Namekian seems really good. Both of these guys are both 1-0 here, so it's still very early in the tournament, but they got through a round 1, and there's some very good competition out here, especially at a PVG event. So I would not sleep on it, but it seems pretty good, because they do have access to a few different good pieces. They have Kami, which is their Majin Buu. They have Nail, which is a card that not any deck has access to, a 2 energy card that can come off of Planet Namek, that applies pressure at 15k and draws you a card. And then you have Kami's Power Piccolo, which I think is one of the best green cards right now in the game. Not only does it have barrier, but it's constant removal. You have King Piccolo, which is a 3-drop, has double strike and KO as a card. And you have, if you're playing SS3 leader, then you have Raging Spirit Gohan. You have the Piccolo Super Combo, which is a Namekian. Surprise, surprise. We learned that today. Kevin Casey, by the way. Shout out to you, man. Just checked our email. Newest Patreon for PBG. So super appreciated, man. You're getting us closer and closer to our goal. We might have actually hit it already. I'm not even sure. But I love it, because everybody's bonding together. Everybody's getting benefits out of our Patreon. Everybody's seeing the articles, the videos, the information, the early access. Which, by the way, hint, hint, all our Patreons will be getting access to these deck lists right before GenCon. They will not be leaked to the public until after GenCon. So you guys get some special text. You get some special spice. You get to see what your boy Peter Catani's playing. You're going to get to see what your boy Alejandro Mena's playing. You're going to get to see what everybody's playing right before GenCon. And that is valuable information for you guys. And we really appreciate you guys as patrons. So we're going to give you that access early. and then the public will get it later, just because you guys deserve it. So not only that, we're going to be we already have a few articles prepped up before GenCon. We're going to be giving you guys our deck list right before GenCon too, so you're going to know what every PPG player is going to be playing. It's going to be a great time, man. It's going to be very, very fun, and we're really excited because we're planning on taking GenCon by storm. So you're going to see it firsthand. A couple of the patrons are actually staying with us. The $200 patrons are both staying with Team PPG. So we're going to open up that slot later. I know a lot of people have been messaging me like, oh, when is that $200 patron going to open back up? We wanted to keep it exclusive. We wanted to keep it to only 2 players for now. But after GenCon, if they do well and we feel like we've done our job, then we'll open it back up. But until those 2 guys start seeing some results on the big stage, we won't open it back up. But they are progressing very, very well. We've been in constant contact with both those gentlemen. Very fun to work with. They've been having a great time talking to whoever they need to, playtesting. It's been great. It's been great. We also want to modify all the tiers so that there's something a little bit lower, maybe something at like the like 50 or 70 range maybe, so that you can get a little bit more access to pros. Because right now I think the lowest tier that you can get access to like coaching from a pro is like 100. So we kind of want to have like some in between stage, maybe something in between the loot box and the 100, to kind of get some of you guys like that taste, of what it is, so that you can see that it's 100% worth it getting up to those higher tiers. But it's a work in progress. So we really appreciate everybody who's joined us on the ride. This has been our first month, and I think we hit our first goal already. And if not, we're very, very close. So we couldn't have done it without you guys, and we really are excited to share our thoughts and stuff, because when we were doing it on YouTube, we just didn't feel very comfortable sharing a lot of things that we were thinking about, because it was just accessible to too many people. But because our Patreon is just just shy of like 40 people, I think it's a good closed network of trust that we accumulate with you guys to give you this type of information that otherwise we wouldn't feel comfortable with. But it's great because it's helping a lot of people out. Everyone's like, oh my god, thank you so much for the Hirutagon deck. I just got second place at our local. I'm like, great, man. I love to see that. Even our $10 patrons are just like, dude, thank you for that deck profile. I know I wouldn't have caught this stuff on YouTube. This is great. I love it. So we always try to check in with you guys, post content, multiple times a week, because we have a team of people. So we try to keep it, at least 3-4 things a week to keep you guys interested and updated on this meta, because it's changing every day. These things are changing. At the beginning, we were like, this is the best deck. Then we're like, this is the best deck. Oh, now this one. So this is the best deck. Boom. Thank you, Johnny Sniper, by the way. You were definitely one of the ones to suggest Patreon. A lot of people did at the beginning, and we didn't feel comfortable. I wasn't comfortable. I felt like that was just something that wasn't needed. These guys obviously already have everything that they can possibly want from us. But we figured we'd make goals to kind of help the presentation of the game on like a worldwide level, and I feel like that's something that's going to help us go towards that and help us work with Bandai and kind of get like more information out there and let people know, like, this is how you start getting serious in the game. Because if you start getting serious in the game, you get other people to get serious in the game, and then they you start taking it seriously, and we can make this game like Magic the Gathering. I really do honestly think we can. So George just reads Foo and then just throws it back. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but I'm sure he didn't. It seemed very rude on camera, but I'm sure he blazed the Foo. Oh god. Okay, so we're gonna go back and check on them, make sure that there was no animosity or anything there. But we'll be right back, guys, as the sideboard up for game number 2. Alrighty, guys, we are back, and we're going into game two. Sorry, game two, and Justin with a huge Fu shrouded in mystery. That card, by the way, guys, if you don't have your copy, pick up your copy today, because that card is just an absolute powerhouse, especially against all these control decks. It's just game. Like, if you're at 2 life, that's game. Even if you're at 3 life, hell, even if you're at 4 life, this card can kill you. It's an absolute beast. Now, what it reads is 10 drop. It's a 10 drop Fu. So let me pull it up right here so I can tell you exactly what it does. It does have a pretty big cost in Overrealm 10, so you need 10 cards in your drop area, but its payoff is huge. Now, it is a 6 energy card, so all these SS3 decks, all you got to do is tap out for this guy. You're usually at 6 because the games are going very, very long, but card reads double strike, right? 30k base body. When you play this card using Overrealm, your opponent cannot activate skills on cards on their other than their leader card. Sorry, until the beginning of your next turn. So what does that mean? Your opponent cannot play negates, and your opponent cannot play blockers, and your opponent obviously can't play autos either. So very, 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 very powerful card. It's a card to close out the game, because not only does it affect the whole turn, it's not when this card attacks, it's not when on this card's attack only. This is for the whole turn, guys. This is for the remainder of that turn and your opponent's entire next turn, like entire next turn. So this card is a huge power bomb. This is going to be the game breaker in the mirror match. This is going to be the game breaker against any SS3 deck. Like, they have no outs to this card. They cannot do a darn thing. They just got to sit there and be like, I hope I could still out combo you. Johnny Sniper, no, actually I looked last night unless I was very, very tired, and I missed that. But when I looked on the DBS card game website under FAQs and I looked up Shrouded in Mystery Fu, they do retain double strike and triple strike and dual attack and things like that, but they do lose blocker. They do lose the ability of blocking. That is 100% correct when I read it last night. But like I said, I might have been in the wrong state of mind. But I'm actually going to pull it up here for you guys to show you, just for like future reference, so you know where these things, like where do you go to find out these things. Let's go to, so you pretty much go on the DBS card game website. You go to rules, and then you go to Q&A, and then it'll give you game Q&A and then card Q&A. So you usually go to card Q&A, and then you can go by set. So you go to Crossworlds, and then you go Control F on the page to Fu, Shrouded in Mystery, and then you're going to get to the card and the different questions that people have had about it. Now, when you get down to question number 4, can this card's auto skill prevent keyword skills from being activated? Like, yes. So this card's auto skill prevents the following auto and activated keywords from activating: field, blocker, evolve, and EX evolve, dual attack and triple attack, vengeance, counter, union fusion, union patara, union absorb, overwhelm, xeno evolve, etc. The following permanent key skills still take effect: critical, strike type skills, indestructible, ultimate, super combo, barrier, etc. Now, a thing to note, that yes, it says your opponent can activate super combos, but they do not have the ability of gaining the power or the draw. I believe. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain. They can still throw the super combo and use it in their combo, but it's not going to do anything. So that is very, very important to note, because if you try to think like, oh man, I got super combos, I'm safe against this Fu, you're really not. Because yeah, Johnny, that happened to me actually. That's why I know Fu so passionately and well, because we were drafting, and my opponent drafted a Fu, and I was just like, damn, that card's good. and then he was telling me like, oh, I can't activate super combos, or I can't activate block, or something like that. And after that, I looked it up on the ARG Q&A. Finally found out like you can do this or whatever. I think I played the Fu and I attacked, and then he super comboed, and then we saw the Q&A and we're like, yeah, super combos still work. But then we realized that the skill on the card is off. So that was the issue there. That the card was off. So because George had some of his cards in his sideboard backwards, I think. So it shouldn't be an issue, but they're gonna call over a judge. For some reason, when he was sleeving up his deck, I actually saw it right before they started. He put his cards in backwards by mistake, like on some of them, because I think he was like sleeving upside down, like he was trying to keep the information from his opponent. So I think he was just putting it in the sleeve upside down by mistake. But it's not. I don't think that's anything purpose-like, especially because George does not have clear sleeves. If he had clear sleeves, then that would be an issue, because then you can actually see through the back of the sleeve, and then that would be marked cards, and then that's when you'd probably be in trouble. But I think in this case they're gonna appeal. They're gonna talk to Chris, and he's gonna appeal. And yeah, 1 second. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, it looked like it was just an issue with George side decking. Like he was trying to like sleeve his cards like without his opponent seeing, and one of them unfortunately was upside down. But it wasn't too much of an issue. He talked to Abella. Abella appealed it to the head judge, which we're using Casey and Greg right now, because I believe they're gonna be I think they're the most reputable like judges. Not only have they gone to every event, but they kind of know what's going on. So while we were awaiting a response, Justin actually was just like, oh, don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. So they're going to continue their turns here and see exactly what's going on. But alright, so we're going to go back there and see exactly what's going on here. And It looks like everything's back up to speed. Justin did, I think, hit the Fu off energy. That's the only bad part about playing these black cards. You can't really play too many of them, because then the chances of you hitting them off the energy are just like very, very, very high, and you don't want to really sacrifice the consistency of your deck for playing a lot of these black cards. But you do, I feel like, need to play a decent amount. Like, you do need to play a decent amount. So we're gonna see here, pretty slow start for both players, I think. Fix this life over here. And it looks like George is at 2? George might be at 2. He's either at 2 or 4. Yeah, I think he's at 4. Justin's going to take that hit. Justin's going to go down to 3 here. Alright, so looks like Justin's going to awaken in combo. Alright, a Raging Spirit Sun Gohan down for Justin. Raging Spirit Sun Gohan, I mean, really any 10k really that you can summon for free is just so powerful right now. Like, the thing is, since the main deck being played right now is Goku, and it's a blue leader, that effectively just makes it makes Gohan like the actual only card that you can play as the self-summoning combo. We're gonna see what happens here. Alright, so Justin's gonna use the ability of his Namekian duo. I never actually got the name of that card. I want to really find out. Let's see if we can find out what the name of that card is, because it's not Sayanel. I don't think it's Sayanel, at least. Namekian Bond. No, it's not Namekian Bond Sayanel. What's the other one? What's the other one called? No abilities. Is it a 3? Oh, I think it's a 2-drop. That's why I haven't been able to find it. Yeah, Namekian duo, Pirina. Activate main once per turn, choose a Namekian from your hand, place it under this card, draw a card, and this card gains plus 10k power and crit. What? For the rest of the turn. Yeah, that card is very, very strong. That card is extremely strong. You filter through a card and you give them 20k crit for 2-drop. That's pretty strong, guys. Do not sleep on these Namekians, because if you do, and you might just encounter one, and it's not going to be a very good and very fun time for you. Purina. There we go. Yes. Thank you. But yes, he is playing Yajirobe's here. So he does acknowledge the power of blockers right now. And George is going to sit there with his Bardock Ape and be like, yep, I can't attack with this because you got a Yajirobe. Man, that's where Yajirobe really shines. In being able to just hold those monkeys at border. And George here debating, do I swing towards your leader? Do I swing towards your leader? You have a period. Yes, that is the correct. Yep. So George making the correct decision here of attacking the Purina. The only problem is all these 10Ks like Nail and Purina and Nail. These 10Ks, when you attack with them with 15Ks, which is like normally the most, I think it's like the most common attacker that you have in like all these SS3 decks, like 15K. They're easily bounced back by 10Ks. So if your opponent like plays a super combo, or they play a Raging Spirit Son Gohan, or they play the Unbreakable Spirit Son Goku, they just get bounced back. It's just like bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. So when you attack into a 10K and you really want to kill it, I highly advise that you throw at least a 5K towards it. Yeah, we're going to play Planet Vegeta here. And he's going to go ahead and search for... Man, George's deck is all over the place. He's got upside down cards, backwards cards. Like, what the hell? Looks like he's going to get a Bardock Ape here. Yeah, so George figuring out what do I do here. March of the Great Apes is going to be a good way to get back into the game. He's going to draw Successor and Dimensional Banisher Fu, which the Banisher Fu is going to let him get rid of multiple threats on Justin's board here by KOing a card. And yeah, he's going to get that Yajirobe. Get that Yajirobe out of the way, man. Which is a good thing. A good thing that Dimensional Banisher Fu brought when Mass Saiyan couldn't is the removal of blockers. And that's why you see a lot of decks really just transitioning their Mass Saiyans where the Mass Saiyan would be for a Dimensional Banisher Fu, because you're able to stop. He must tap one. Okay. Must tap one for the Dimensional Banisher Fu. Was he timed out? Alright, let's check. Good catch by Professional Eddie St. Hilaire. Did not tap an energy for Fu. Justin actually didn't even know that Fu took an energy. I don't think Justin's even played that Fu during this whole format. So, fantastic. Good job. Can we get Peter Katani next? Unfortunately not. I've been trying to get Peter Katani on stream all day. He just kindly noted to me that until he gets the top cut, he would like to stay off stream. So totally respect that decision. Ban him. No, unfortunately not. Ooh, Mafuba down for Justin. Mafuba's also a very, very powerful choice for the sideboard, especially in SS3 when you're untapping 3 energy. Very, very powerful because your opponent doesn't know whether you have it or not. Usually before it was just like, man, they pass their turn with 2 energy up. They must have Mafuba, right? They have to have it. Yada yada yada. Here it's just like you're naturally untapping 3. That's the ability. I'm not trying to set you up or anything. Trust me. But then it ends up like setting you up, and you're like, damn it. I'll be driving down this week for GenCon. 2 drives is rough on gas. Sad faces, Eddie. That's not an excuse. You should have brought Marcel. Should have made Marcel drive the whole way. Nah, but yeah, we miss you, man. The last 2 tournaments, Super Release and this one. No Marcel, no Eddie. What the F? Man, congratulations to Eddie. He's got a special reason for not being here. Let's just say that. So let's see what goes down here. And that super combo off like Planet Namek has to be the best feeling ever. And as King Piccolo's gonna take down this Bardock Ape. Oh man, this just seems like the worst for George. He can't get anything started because this Namekian deck has just so much removal and just so much draw power, and it feels like you're drowning. George is going to Nimbus here and contemplating if he wants to discard a yellow, and he will. He's going to discard Grandpa. George takes it here. George going down to 3. He's got to be very careful because next turn is the food turn. Now people got to be playing these turn 6s very, very methodically. Well, turn 5 in SS3, but having the access to 6 energy with 10 in the drop can be extremely devastating. So George has got to be very, very, very careful to whatever he does this turn, do not lose to the Fu next turn, because the possibility of it being there is very, very high. And I'm sure many people are playing 2 copies of this Fu. It's just very, very powerful. So just got to be careful. George with the Bardock Will of Iron. Now, unfortunately, that will not stop the Fu either. How do you play around the Fu? I mean, it's very hard. You gotta you really just have to keep up enough combo power to just. It's just hard. It's not a it is almost a mystery. No pun intended. It is shrouded in mystery how to beat Fu shrouded in mystery. It is a very big mystery. I give you that. Well, the Mafuba doesn't, it doesn't really, yeah, I mean, the battle card has to be untapped when it falls off of the Mafuba, but as far as, like, the Mafuba being tapped or untapped, that's neither here or there, but we'll be sure that when the Mafuba falls off, that it becomes untapped here. Oh, Justin's at 2 here, so it looks like George sees an opening, and he's just going to try to kill Justin here. We'll see if that actually works, or if Justin has the defense to back it up. Yeah, George will probably forget, so we should probably preemptively remind him. All right, guys, so we'll see exactly what goes down here because it was very close for Justin that last turn. He would have lost to George in a double striker. I think the Mafuba saved him that game, honestly, because Mafuba there stopped another ape with George attacking over and hitting Justin, and Justin survived by the skin of his teeth 100%. Like it was very, very close. Like, thankfully, George didn't have anything to combo on that Fu for the double strike, but Justin, all he had was a 10k and like 2 planet dynamics in hand, so that was just insane. Thankfully, Justin didn't have the Fu shrouded in mystery, so George is going to see another day, and let's see if he can actually bring it home here. He might actually just win. Super Saiyan 3 Goku at life. Now this might be oh, okay, not at life, at Goku. Okay, Gohan. I like that play, because I was gonna say if George attacked life, that probably would have been incorrect, because he has. You don't want to give Justin more cards here. You just want to attack with the Bardock. You want to combo out with as much as you can. And oh my God, another Mafuba for Justin. No way. No way. George has to be devastated. Oh my God. Does he have another Bardock ape? Oh my God, he has another Bardock ape. Holy cow. Oh my God, and Justin's last card is... What? What? He had another negate? What? Wow, Justin just surviving. And I think that might just be enough for the game. He might have just had literally enough. He has no cards in hand and a 5K on board, guys. Please just sit down and just fathom that for a second. Oh my God. George is going to untap here. Justin's going to go and draw to one card in hand. I don't know. This is still a very tough time. This is still a very tough position for Justin. He's drawing the 2 cards in hand now. He's not going to further combo. He's going to activate his Purina to put a card under it and draw a card. Oh, Justin has a Piccolo here. He has a super combo Piccolo. Man, is Justin really not playing Kami's Power Piccolo? I'm going to be really upset if Justin's not playing the Piccolo. I'm officially upset. He's not playing Kami's Power Piccolo. I am officially upset. I should cue the music, the song, like the I'm upset. That'd be hilarious. But no way. Come on, Justin. How do you take the golden opportunity and just throw it away? You need... Wow, that's funny. Justin picked up... he picked up negate, and then the last card was Dende, so he's gonna go for the Dende. And then look at the top 3 for a Namekian here. Wow, and I think he hit super combo with that. Did he? No? Yes. Ooh, King Piccolo. King Piccolo. Did George activate the effect of Prince Vegeta? Or no? I don't think he did. Alright, so King Piccolo is going to deal with a monkey. And George is still at 3 here, so he's kind of in a conundrum here because he doesn't want to attack with his 25k double striker here. Especially if George is at 3. Like, you want to attack with that for a game. I don't think he has enough power here. Wait, does Justin have... Oh my God, yeah, he can actually do it here. That was kind of greedy. I wouldn't have given my opponent... Wow, and he gets a super... He gets the negate off the life. Wow, he gets the negate off the life. That is insane. What's going on here? Oh my God. Oh my my god. Holy cow. George manages to survive again. Wow. That was insane. This is a slugfest. The slugfest of the negates, guys. Incredible. Let's see if George can manage to steal this game back, because it looks like both of them have been stealing the game from each other. Man, this is just epic. George is at 2, by the way. Let's fix that. All right, Grandpa down for George. Is that a blocker? I don't think so. Is Grandpa a blocker? He might be. He is a blocker. He is a blocker. Grandpa confirmed blocker. Wow, and George actually decides to go after the King Piccolo here for Justin and take away his only threat, because he does have the Bardock Cape coming off the Mafuba now. So Justin might just be in another tough situation here. He needs, you know what he does need? He needs that Fu off the top. And if he grabs that Fu off the top, he is literally a god. Gramps can block, yeah, but he used it to combo, so he still has a pretty big blocker in Bardock. Justin's going to go ahead and activate the ability of his Namekian and actually go ahead and use his Planet Vegeta and dig, and whiffs. Whiffs with the Planet Namek, loses a negate from hand, and that can't be good. And Justin might be dead in the water. Justin's going to go ahead and get rid of that monkey. George is going to have no combos. These guys are both playing from the top of their deck, guys. Round 3 hype. Alright, guys. George's at 1? Yeah, sorry. I just had to step out for a moment. Man, shout out to everyone who came out to PBG to spend their day. Man, there's like 100+ people in the store. Insane. Yeah, Planet Dynamic's not bad. It's just that when you start mixing like all these Namekians with like other non-Namekian cards, then it becomes a lot worse. So. Oh, George played March. Wow. George played March just to draw 2 cards, which is actually a really interesting interaction that you can do in all these ape decks. So let's see if George can figure out a way to actually bring this game home here. I don't think that Gohan has double strike. From what I know. It does not have double strike. It does have barrier though. And does have swap for 3 to swap into a 5. Yeah, Justin's going to take it, go down to 1, and then George is going to try to go in on his Gramps. Can Gramps take it home? Gramps, are you strong enough, Gramps? That's 15, 25, is that 25? How big is Gramps? Gramps is 4K. Oh, wow. Justin survived. Justin survived! Holy cow! Holy snap! What the... What? What happened here? What is this? Is this life? There's no way. This has to be the most epically... I don't have any words. I don't have any words anymore. I'm done. We should just end the stream. It's not going to get any better, folks. I can just shut off the stream, and we can all go home, and we had a fantastic time. That's the climax. That was the climax, guys. I know. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! It's funny because Justin actually came from a Yu-Gi-Oh background, so that was insane. Wow. That was a great game, guys. That's what we live for. Justin Rodriguez takes it with Namekian. Yes, Namekian. You heard right. Over Goku's Lineage. So, we're going to see how he does in the next round. Thank you guys for watching. That was an epic round. Can't wait to see what round 3 brings us. If you have some suggestions on decks that you want to see, leave them in the chat. Thank you guys again for watching. We'll be right back.